Get ready to do some digging. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 fan theories about Taylor Swift's Folklore. For this list, we'll be looking at fans' ideas about what's going on beneath the surface of these new tracks. Number 10. The connection to Taylor's home. When looking for inspiration for her new album, Taylor seems to have stayed quite close to home for at least one track. Lyrics for The Last Great American Dynasty make reference to characters named Rebecca and Bill, who have a home called Holiday House. Fans quickly made the connection to Swift's old Rhode Island home, which shares the same name. After doing a bit of digging, they realized that Rebecca and William Harkness were actually once owners of the house. William was the heir to an oil fortune and suffered an untimely death, just like the character in the song. Number 9. Cardigan's music video. Swift is known for including lots of Easter eggs in her songs and music videos, and her latest video for Cardigan is no exception. There are many symbols that the singer-songwriter associates with, and one of the most prominent is the number 13, which appears early in the video when we see a clock whose hands are pointing to 1 and 3. Some noticed her use of the word favorite, which may be in reference to her beau Joe Alwyn, who appeared in the film The Favorite.
She bit me. This wig's ridiculous.
Eagle-eyed fans also noticed that the portrait of a man seen in the video is none other than Archie D. Swift Jr., Swift's grandfather. Number 8. The Betty connection. We already looked at the history behind The Last Great American Dynasty, but it's also possible that there's reference to the story in more than one track on the album. Another song is called Betty, which just so happens to be the nickname that Rebecca Harkness used. There are other associations with Betty, which we'll delve into soon, but it's interesting that Swift opted to use Rebecca's name in such prominence on the album. Harkness ended up becoming one of America's richest women after her marriage to William Harkness, and her life definitely has lots of interesting stories to tell. Number 7. A reference to Joe Jonas.
There's one that's about that guy, but that guy's not in my life anymore, unfortunately.
Even though Swift seems to be happily settled into a relationship now, it would be off-brand if she didn't make some reference to her exes on this new album. On the track Invisible String, Swift sings about boys who broke her heart, and then talks about now buying their babies presents.
We haven't talked since, actually. So it's like, yeah. But you know what? Someday I'm gonna find somebody really, really great who's right for me.
Yes, you are.
And
one of Swift's exes just so happened to have a baby in July of 2020, right around the time that Folklore was released. That ex is, of course, Joe Jonas, who welcomed his daughter Willa with wife Sophie Turner. Number 6. Betty has queer undertones. Swift made clear that she was going to explore alternate perspectives on Folklore, but one song got fans convinced that there's a queer backstory. The song Betty is ostensibly told from the perspective of a teenage boy named James, but fans aren't ready to take that explanation at face value. Some were quick to point out that Swift is actually named after James Taylor, and claimed that the James referenced in the song is actually her. They've also suggested that Betty is really her friend Carly Kloss, whose middle name is Elizabeth.
You're the princess, because she's beautiful and has blue eyes and red lips and blonde hair, and she's wearing a crown. You're the princess. Thank you.
Swift has been a vocal supporter of the LGBTQ+ community, and lyrics like this have made many wonder if it's a community she's actually a part of. Number 5. William Bowery's identity. When Swift announced Folklore, she mentioned some of her collaborators, including someone named William Bowery. The thing is, though, William Bowery doesn't exist. She didn't tag his Instagram handle, and there doesn't seem to be anyone in the industry using that name. The speculation quickly began as to who William Bowery could be referring to, and many guessed that it's none other than Swift's boyfriend Joe Alwyn. Swift and Alwyn spent time at the Bowery Hotel together, and Alwyn has an ancestor by the name of William, so it's possible there's a connection, but as of now, we're still guessing. Number 4. The Harry Styles connection. When Swift released Folklore, we also got a new music video for Cardigan. Fans were, of course, quick to pick it apart, and many noticed connections to Swift's ex Harry Styles. A shot of Swift playing the piano looks remarkably similar to one from Styles' video for Falling, which can't be a coincidence. Likewise, there's a scene of Swift grasping onto a piano as it floats in the sea, and Falling features a shot of Styles playing the piano underwater. What does this all mean? What sort of message is she trying to convey? We may never know. Number 3. Reference to Scooter Braun.
After I was denied the chance to purchase my music outright,
my entire catalog, was sold to Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings in a deal that I'm told was funded by the Soros family, 23 Capital, and the Carlyle Group.
Anyone who's been following Swift's career is surely aware of her feud with talent manager Scooter Braun, who purchased her former record label and thus acquired the rights to the songs from her first 6 albums. Swift has been vocal about the injustice of not being in control of her own music, and there are 2 songs on Folklore that potentially make reference to this struggle. Both Mad Woman and My Tears Ricochet feature lyrics that many have interpreted as being related to Scooter and his wife Yael. Number 2. Blake and Ryan's Baby Name. The song Betty features 3 names in the lyrics: Betty, James, and Inez. Fans were quick to point out that James and Inez were the names of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' 2 children, and guessed that perhaps Betty was the name of their 3rd child, which had not been officially announced. It could have been a coincidence, but a source close to the family claimed it was true. Both Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively reacted to the new album on Instagram, with Ryan sharing a screenshot from Cardigan and Blake praising the album effusively.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. That Teenage Love Triangle. Swift said that 3 songs on the album represent a teenage love triangle, but didn't actually tell us which 3 they were. Of course, fans were sure to immediately try to figure it out. The most commonly held view is that the 3 songs in question are Betty, which is told by James's point of view, August, Inez's point of view, and finally Cardigan, Betty's point of view. There is some debate, with others positing that Illicit Affairs is actually the 3rd song in the trifecta, since all 3 share themes of infidelity. She'll tell us one day, right?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.